What's up, guys? I'm here to show you guys a little recap on how I made almost $2,000 on Tesla puts in the past 2 days. As you can see on this chart, this here is a daily time frame. You can also see some of the levels that I have set up here on the chart that will guide me where and when I should be taking the trades. These levels that I have here are all support and resistance levels. As you can see, the chart is creating higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. That right there is called a bullish trend because it's trending to the upside. So as soon as we get a drop back to this zone, to this higher low, to the previous higher low, it bounces, which creates a new support zone. Now, once that zone is broken, it is now considered resistance. When a chart has found support, you would find it bouncing off that zone. When a chart has found resistance, you will find rejecting that zone. So now let's get into how I got into this trade. This here is a daily chart. So we see that we broke under the support zone, which is not considered resistance. We went all the way down, found support somewhere else here in another area, and bounced up. As soon as I saw that we went back to that support zone, this is where I was looking for shorts, meaning puts or trading the stock to the downside. Okay, but Danny, what do you mean trading to the downside? Well, with options gives you options, meaning you can trade and make money to the upside, or you can trade and make money when it's coming down. As soon as I saw Tesla getting to my resistance zone, I was looking for puts, meaning shorts or options that will help me short the stock to the downside. All right, guys, so now we are gonna zoom out and go down to the 4-hour time frame. Again, that gold zone is my resistance area. So I'm looking for a bearish engulfing candle to show me that it's rejecting and going back to the downside. So here on the 4-hour time frame, I saw that it rejected the resistance zone, which is the gold zone that I have set up here on the 4-hour time frame, and created a bearish engulfing candle. Engulfing means that the candle covered or ate up more than 1 or 2 candles. So now I waited for the candle closure of the 4-hour time frame. So as soon as this candle closed and confirmed that it was a bearish engulfing candle, I got in on the trade here on this next candle. As soon as this next candle opened up, I jumped in, and now it's entry and wait. So I entered my put position on Tesla here on the open of this green candle, and I did go on a little drawdown because the candle started going to the upside towards the end of the day. So right before the market closed yesterday, I added a small position to the position I was currently in to average down. I usually don't like to add to my position, but with this 4-hour engulfing candle being confirmed, I knew we were going back to the downside. All I had to do was be patient. So here when the market opened, I was now in profit. But in the morning, it had a mini pump back to this blue zone, which took me back into drawdown. Again, my psychological levels are on point, but it was really messing with my emotions because it had a strong impulse pump to the upside. And remember, now my position size is bigger, so by going into drawdown, that negative number was a lot bigger as well. So it created a little bit of frustration, and I was really thinking about just getting out of position and taking that small loss instead of letting it play out. But I decided to trust my levels, and I also had to trust that this was a 4-hour engulfing candle which created a shift of structure to the downside, and I decided to let it play out. Now I'm going into the 30-minute time frame, and as you can see that we rejected that blue zone and we started going to the downside. I took my first trim here on the top of this red line here, and then I took my second trim and final trim here in the end of the red zone, and I was out for the day. This whole blue area is aftermarket close and pre-market open. So as you can see, during the aftermarket and pre-market, it was rejecting the blue zone, my blue level. And so when the market opened up and it pumped up to the upside and I saw that rejection, I held my position, I waited, and then boom, we shot down to the downside. I took my first trim here at the top of this red zone, and my second and final trim here at the end of the red zone. And the reason for that was because here to the left is the leg up that created that pump to the upside. And so now I decided that this is where it's gonna hit, and that's my level of support where I will be exiting my trade. All right, guys, so that is the conclusion on how I made about $1,900 on that Tesla trade to the downside. I hope you guys could pick up some value on how I got my entry, my exit, and the thought process I took in order to make this trade happen. Hope you guys have a blessed day. See you on the next one.